Well, it's an equitable interest in the land, what the land has to offer. She's taking her equitable interest. Now, that's all well and good when everyone has this equitable interest to be recognised. But what has happened is, because of the two law forms that have entered into the English system, we have a duality of law forms that are operating at the same time. So we have the English common law, which is overrode by equity and recognised by the Norman king and his family lineage. And we have the Queen, who is the head of the state of the nation, who is using the civil law form, which is more about accounting, and it's about forms, documents and processes. So there's no biological level at mass there. It's simply what is written. And what we need to do is we need to sort of separate what we are as people and what the citizen is as a form of an account. And from my understanding and my research and study, the form of the account takes the form originally from the birth certificate, which is registered to the king for his future planning. Now, why would he need to register the appearance of a body to his realm? Well, because of the state of the nation, they need to organise future planning for funding, for accounting, and for, shall we say, bureaucratic reasons. But this doesn't need feeding because it's already, it's ran by man. Man is operating the whole state of the nation. Now, we, the people of the land, have chosen some people to assume office, and assume is a good word because what they've done is they're acting in office, if you like. So we've given our consent for people to establish themselves in an office whereby they can organise, manage and run the accounts. Now, we recognise through trust law that there is a trust relationship going on between the parties. So we have, for example, Joe Bloggs on his day-to-day mission. What is the office he may be assuming? So if he's unemployed, for example, he's assuming unemployed status, and as a citizen, he will receive benefits, which is a term that we need to sort of latch up for later. So he'll be receiving benefits, and then he needs the accounts to be tallied up each week when he receives his benefits so that he can buy food in the public arena. But he may have an allotment where he grows food which costs him nothing, and he has every right to do, this duty to himself as a man, but not in the accounting term unless he begins to sell things. Now, he can sell things privately and not nominate the money that he makes from the produce to the state. Or if the state finds out that he's making money for his own accounting as a citizen, then he needs to come forward with a tax. And a tax is something that is agreed between the citizens of the state that they need to pay in order to continue to run the state. So we look at what tax is, and from my research and study, tax is something that has been in effect for about 5,000 years, and it's a temporary measure. Tax is always a temporary measure. It's an offering for the public to, as I say, fund the state. Now, my argument is that after 5,000 years, maybe someone would suggest that perhaps it's not a functional system, but who am I? So we have the man who has the ability to grow food and to think and to operate out of his conscience, which is recognised in equity, as opposed to the citizen who is accounting for his actions in the state. So whenever you may do something in a job, then you need to give what it is that you've done in the job, what production value you have in the job, and then your wage, which is then taxed. So if you can see that account in the place of office, then you get to see the separation between the two systems. Now this side is all civil law, and this side is equity, which is drawn from the lack of remedies in common law. So we'll talk more about the formation of trusts and what equity means within the relationships of trusts and how it's ruled at the Court of Chancery. And we'll also be comparing the two law forms, what law forms operate under civil law and what law forms operate under equity, and where we can find remedy as men and we can find remedy as citizens. So I hope you've enjoyed this short presentation for now, and I'll see you again. Thank you.